So you're able to open photos directly into Photoshop through the start screen or even directly from the interface. But there's another way to bring in photos into Photoshop, and that is through Bridge. So if you go to File, Browse, and Bridge. Now if this is grayed out and you're not able to open, it might mean that Bridge is not yet installed on your computer. We'd like to make sure it is so that you can use Bridge, because it is an easier way to navigate through photos. It's not crucial, but it is kind of nice to have, because you're able to get a lot more information more easily and readily before you even bring in a photo to work with in Photoshop. So what happens is that Bridge is going to actually navigate through your hard drive, and as you see, I have my two folders on the desktop, so I'm going to go into here. I'm going to find that Barbie Sea Ranch, which is at Grand Teton National Park, and you see the photos here represented as thumbnails. You can change the size of these thumbnails in Bridge by manipulating the slider at the bottom, which is kind of nice. Then notice here, once you click on an image in Bridge, one of the thumbnails, it's going to give you all this information over here in the preview. You can make that bigger by sliding out this frame here. Alright, and then look at all this information it gives you. The date that it was first created. Okay, so when that photo was taken, it's June 7th. The dimensions, the file size, the resolution, all this good information here. Even things like the f-stop, the ISO. It was on an auto white balance, so it's pretty amazing, all this information here. Alright, so you can navigate between files or between folders over here, and it's just navigating through the folders on my desktop. And if I wanted to, I could even drag a file here, a photo, and put it into one of the other folders, and that would be a change that would actually make on my hard drive. Okay, so you see there are also some other tabs. If you wanted to create collections of photos that come up together, you could do that using that tab. If you wanted to create keywords to group them as special events or people in the photos or places, you could also do that by clicking these boxes. Now, to open the image, all you have to do is to double click it and it will open into Photoshop. Okay, if you don't want to open that image, or you want to go back to Bridge, you can just go back to Browse and Bridge. You can also use this boomerang symbol. That's what that is. It's a little boomerang, and that will return you to Photoshop, okay, which I actually just have right underneath there. If you find that an image opens in this screen and you're like, what's going on? This is Camera Raw, which we'll talk about another time. Okay, and that's a plugin that corresponds particularly to photos taken in a RAW format, which is a very high resolution format. And so we're not going to worry about that right now. And so, as I said, Bridge isn't necessary, but it is nice to have to give you all this information to organize your photos, to access them more easily. And it's just a visually more useful way to access your photos rather than using only Photoshop.